Hey guys, welcome back. We are on break number 2, and as promised, we're going to think a little bit about progressive muscle relaxation. Now, just to catch you up, if you missed our first break, we're talking about ways to be mindful, to meditate, to take back control of the autonomic nervous system to help us feel more calm and more control, especially if we have a chronic medical condition or anxiety and depression that go along with those conditions. How can we do a few behavioral techniques to help ourselves calm down, stay present, and feel a little better? So in our first section, we talked about grounding techniques, and definitely want you to go back and check that out and see if you can listen and get a few tips from that. In this section, we're going to talk about progressive muscle relaxation. And what is progressive muscle relaxation? You may have heard of this before, although actually I find a lot of people haven't heard of it. And I think it's such a great technique to be able to use to think about, how to actually really take back control of the nervous system. So this is a physical relaxation technique. It helps you to create a feedback loop in your body and brain to tell your brain that you're in control, relaxing, we're not in danger. It's actually been studied to help with sleep and anxiety. There's quite a bit of research study to show that if you're really struggling to sleep, that doing this during bedtime in bed when you're already feeling a little bit sleepy can really, really help your brain to relax and settle into a higher quality sleep. So this can be done, all over your whole body. We're going to go through a full body technique, but you can also just tailor it to parts of your body. So once we go through the full technique, we'll talk a little bit about that. But think about being in a meeting, maybe you're in a Zoom meeting, just like we are right now. Different ways that we can just use particular parts of the body to utilize this relaxation technique. When we go from head to toe, you're going to see that maybe there's a part of your body that is more impactful, maybe you hold more tension in that part of your body. That would be a really great place to make sure you spend a little bit of extra time and think about utilizing this progressive muscle relaxation there. When we think about how this actually helps, think about how your muscles might tense when you're feeling more anxious. And if we override the system by tensing and then actively relaxing, that actually sends a signal to our brain that it's okay to relax and we're not in danger. So that's what we want to practice. Again, thinking about when we were talking in the first section, running from the bear at all times. If you're able to squeeze and release your muscles, your brain has a better sense that you aren't running from the bear anymore. So let's talk through an actual practice of progressive muscle relaxation. While we go through this, we want to focus on both thinking about how the muscles feel and thinking about how the difference feels from squeezing to relaxing the muscles. We're going to go through this sort of generically, just touching different parts of the body and doing some breathing while we're doing this, right? Don't forget to breathe because you're so focused on squeezing the muscles in your body. So if you feel comfortable, I would love to invite you to close your eyes and to really think about what's happening in your body and what you're experiencing. So even thinking about this maybe as a bit of an addition to a grounding exercise. So if you have your eyes closed, taking a deep breath in, when you exhale, thinking the word relax each time. And I'd invite you to squeeze all the muscles in your face, thinking about scrunching your forehead, squeezing your cheeks, squeezing so hard your ears might come up a little bit, the temporalis muscles in your face, they're all tightening, tightening, tightening. And with a deep breath in and then exhaling, you're releasing all of the muscle tension in your face, in your forehead, in your temples, in your jawline. Thinking about doing that another time with a big inhale, we're squeezing our face, we're holding it. Maybe have another breath in and out while you're holding this tension in your face. And with an exhale, release and think the word relax. Deep inhale in and an exhale out. Now let's think about squeezing our shoulders. up to our ears, almost like we're making earrings for ourselves. Squeezing really, really tight, feeling the tension in our back and our shoulders. Up, 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 feeling it in the back of our neck. Noticing where the tension is while we're taking a deep breath in and exhaling and relaxing. Letting all of that muscle tension go. Letting those muscles recoil and feel the release of that tension. And let's take a deep breath in again and out, thinking relaxed. Now let's think about our arms below our shoulders, thinking about our bicep muscles, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing as tight as we can. Squeeze from the biceps, squeeze the forearms, squeezing really tightly, making fists, tightening those up. Everything gets crunched into your body. Taking a deep breath in and exhale and release all of that tension in the arms, letting them feel heavy, resting on our laps or on our arms of our chair. Feeling how the difference between the tension versus the relaxation is very apparent now that you're doing it actively. Taking another deep breath in and exhaling, thinking relax. Now focus on your abdomen. Now for us in GI, this is a very important part of our bodies. We hold a lot of tension here. We can feel a lot of pain here. So taking a deep breath in and tightening up all those abdominal muscles, all the core muscles, squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Inhaling and exhaling, relaxing, letting all of the air go in and go out on our deep breaths, in and out, and letting that all go, feeling that relaxed sensation. Let's do that one more time. Inhaling and squeezing, squeezing our abdomen, squeezing tightly, feeling all those really strong muscles that keep our core, that keep our organs, everything really, really tight. And now exhale and release that tension. Now let's think down to our legs, our biggest muscles in our body. Some of the biggest muscles in our body are our calves, our quads, our hamstrings, everything that can get very, very tight, especially when we're sitting a lot. Now that we have been in COVID for a long time, thinking about our thighs specifically to start off with, and maybe our glutes as well, some of the other really big parts of our body. Taking a deep breath in and squeezing, squeeze your glutes, squeeze your thighs really, really tightly, keeping your feet both planted on the ground so that they're equally getting squeezed. Another deep breath in and an exhale, relaxing those muscles, letting everything just feel like jello, totally relaxing in, sinking a little deeper into the chair that you're in. Taking another deep breath in and exhaling, thinking the word relax. Thinking about our calves and our feet now. Inhale deeply and exhale. And on your next inhale, thinking about squeezing your calves really tightly, pointing your toes up to the ceiling, really, really high, like you're taking your foot off of the gas pedal, tightening all those muscles in the front of your leg, in your calf, the back of your leg, in your feet. You could even curl your toes, creating a little extra tension. Taking another big inhale in, and then exhaling and releasing all of that tension, feeling that relaxation just flow over you and be warmth, and knowing that those muscles really, they were able to tighten, they were able to relax, and that you overrode your brain in thinking about that relaxation technique. Now, as we said, this is a full body technique. You could do this after you've done it a few times. You could do this easily for yourself in bed, thinking these inhales and exhales, thinking relax, and helping yourself focus and calm down and go to sleep. The other piece of this is if you find yourself utilizing this or wanting to utilize this in a more public setting, you could think about utilizing just the lower part of your body, maybe squeezing the thighs and glutes, maybe squeezing the calves and the feet, even doing your squeezing your hands underneath the table or below your computer so that you're able to utilize this technique, but you're not also scrunching your whole face if you're in a video chat or if you're on a meeting or in person somewhere. So think about different ways that work for you in this technique and think about the feedback that it creates for your body. Again, I would suggest that you try practicing this when you're not in duress so that you can feel a little bit more comfortable with employing it and utilizing it quickly when you are in need of doing that. Now, there are a few different apps that I think are really great for this. One is called the Cbti Coach, and it was developed actually by the Stanford VA. It has a progressive muscle relaxation, 9-minute progressive muscle relaxation recording in there under tools. So I would definitely encourage you to check that out. And then Insight Timer is another app that also has a lot of really great relaxation techniques like progressive muscle relaxation. So that's it for this section of techniques of relaxation. I hope you feel a little bit calmer, a little bit more relaxed, maybe a little more focused. And if you fell asleep, that's okay too. Just know that you should use it for bedtime and maybe not as an energizing technique in the middle of a conference. So shake yourself a little bit, get yourself alert and ready for your next talk. And I'll see you in break 3 when we chat a little bit more about using breathing to reset your autonomic nervous system.